Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here. Today I'm making chainmail earrings out of paper clips. I'm using paper clips from the dollar store. I have my looping pliers, my flush cutters, and my tweezer nose pliers from Xuron. And we're going to start by opening up the paper clips by hand. So we're going to push out the little curves on the paper clip and straighten them out. You can do this with pliers, but these paper clips actually had a plastic coating on them. They were from the dollar store. I wouldn't recommend them. They're a little bit smaller than the regular size paper clips, which are just pure stainless steel. And the pure paper clips that are 28 millimeters size, you can open them up with the pliers and you don't have to worry about scratching off the plastic. And these ones open up to about 3 3/4 inches. The dollar store ones were a little bit shorter. And as you can see from the dollar store ones, if you kind of score the plastic and push it off, there is a little plastic coating that is really not nice when you're bending the wire. It makes like little strange bits on your piece. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend these dollar store ones, but I ended up stripping them all and using them for this project. So I have my Beadalon looping pliers. They're a 6-step looping plier that I'm making the jump rings with. So of course you can make these earrings with pre-made jump rings, but it's fun to make them with the paper clips. And rather than clipping them, I've just cut them with the flat pliers. So we're going to go up size by size and make our rings to prepare them in advance, and then just hold it with the flat pliers and bend back and forth, and it snaps in the perfect position to make the jump ring. So this is a great method to use if you don't want to ruin your cutters. Now, if you are using your cutters, make sure you don't use your best ones, because this wire is steel. It's very, very stiff. So we're going to go ahead and make our different size jump rings, and that way I will show you the different sizes that are available. So we're going to just turn them around. Beadsmith also has a looping plier, and the sizes are slightly different. I will link up both in the description below so you can see which one you prefer. So we're going to keep going with these, going bigger and bigger each time. And you can also do this with 20 gauge stainless steel wire, or you can even use 18 gauge wire if you want for the jump rings, especially if your wire is a little softer. You might want to go a little thicker. And then we go to the final size to make the largest size jump ring. You can also wind wire around a pen or another round form if you don't have the looping pliers. Looping pliers are nice because you always get a consistent size loop, and you can clip them with flush cutters if you like. So there you'll see all the different sizes for the Beadalon looping pliers. And we're going to go ahead and prep them. So this is the setup we want for the earrings. And you want to close up all your loops so they're just like closed jump rings. So go through them all and close them up. And then once they're all set up, we're going to start assembling our earrings. So start with the largest ones at the top, and then get some of the smaller jump rings, open up the smallest jump ring, place the 2 large loops together, and attach them with the jump ring. And we're going to do double jump rings, so we'll get another one the same size and attach the 2 together. So we have our first loops attached with the double jump ring. As you can see, now hold those 2 double jump rings together, open up your next size one, and actually we're going to put on our hook first. So let's just get a little jump ring, and we'll put our earring hook on first so we know what's the top of the earring. It's going to be easier to hang on to it as well. So we'll attach our hook with a jump ring to the top, So there we have our hook, a little jump ring, a double jump ring, and then the larger loops. So now we're going to put the next size loop on a jump ring and attach it underneath that one. So we're just going to have a bunch of stacked loops to form our earring. So that's the first jump ring, and then we want a double jump ring, so we're going to attach another one in there. So just pop those two rings in, close up the jump ring, and there you'll see we have two sets of the loops. And then now we'll get another one, put the next size, and attach it underneath with the jump ring, and keep holding it with your hand there so they stay together, and get your second jump ring to attach it. And I do have a template that I'll link up in the description of the video so you can see a diagram of the setup for the earrings. So now just keep attaching those jump rings. We're stacking them up. You can make them as long as you want or as short as you want. And then we're going to go ahead and do one more set of loops, smaller size, and then pick up the earring and hook them on there. So with the first jump ring, close it up so it's flush, and get a second jump ring. Make sure all your jump rings are opened so they're easy to access. You just have to grab them and attach them and close them. So there we go. We're going to close up that one. So now we have our basic setup for the earring. Like I said, you could do as many tiers as you want. And now to make it more fancy, we're going to add a couple of jump rings on either side. Just dangling, not attaching anything. They're just more decorative. So we're going to put two of the same size attaching jump rings on either side. And it'll just give it a little bit more detail, pattern. And we're just going to hold those loops together, stick that one beside, and close it up so it's flush. You could also do these with colored wire or colored jump rings. I'll link up below. I have the live stream where I worked out some of these designs for chainmail jewelry, and I did some with some 12 gauge colored aluminum wire, which was really fun as well. So yeah, keep going with these until you're happy with how they look. You can make them as fancy as you like. And you can actually use any size jump rings that you like as well. So there we have ended up being 6 jump rings on each tier, 2 on either side, and it makes it look really funky. They're like little chandelier type earrings. And if you don't have the paper clips, just use some 20 gauge half hard wire or 18 gauge wire, or you could even go chunkier and use a thicker wire like 16 gauge. And the 12 gauge aluminum is nice because it's very lightweight. Sometimes the copper wire gets a little heavy once you have too much thick wire. But there you see, we're just going down and attaching the little decorative loops on either side. Keep going until we are done. You could even add some beads on these, could be cute. Really, the sky is the limit for chainmail jewelry, and there's lots of cool tutorials if you search YouTube for chainmail jewelry, and I could link up a couple of good channels in the description of this video. I'm definitely not a professional on chainmail, but there are a lot of people that specialize in that they have some really cool videos. So we're just finishing up here, getting down to the last tier, closing up those loops, make sure they're well closed, and there we have our chainmail earrings. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.